Yo, what's up guys, Kiko is back on the video, and today I'm going to be trying to unlock all the new units in this update, because the Fntd 2 release was Season 5, and I'm going to try and unlock all the new units, all the questline units, so I'll show you guys this after I go back to lobby. Alright, so these are all the quests right here. We have OMC doesn't count, Buzz's Pets doesn't count, Sparky, Toy Foxy, Fred Trap, Nightmare Shadow Bonnie, Funtime Bonnie, and for Showtime Freddy quest. We're gonna try and unlock them all into this video. So let's get to grinding. We're about to unlock Sparky actually. I think we're gonna be on the last night. Well, I'm gonna do night 5 just in case. So meet you guys after this. Also, just realized Sparky's not a new, not new. I just haven't clicked. I just haven't claimed him yet, and I forgot that he isn't new. So let's claim him real quick. Boom, there we go. We got Sparky. Sorry, holy. We got Sparky now. That's a W. That's a big W. Let's open this thing. And boom. Oh, never mind. This Sparky. I thought it was about the other Sparky, but there, maybe it is new. Never mind. Alright, so now we have Sparky. 4.5k exists. 1. He's pretty mid. I mean, he's a unit. He's pretty mid though. Alright, what's next? Toy Foxy. Reach wave 100 on game 2 items with water units. Is there any water units on my team? There's no water units on my team. I have to have a water unit on my team, so actually I'm gonna equip this. Actually gonna unequip you and equip you. There we go. Alright, so and then complete game 2 on normal, delete 25 uncommon Foxies. Why? Why is that a quest? Please tell me Foxy's in the shop. He is. Oh my goodness. Boom. I did not mean to do that. Not even getting any Foxies. They're okay. Do I have like too much luck? How do I get rid of luck? I do not know how I'm not getting a Foxy. How am I not getting a Foxy? Wait, what? Wait, I can't pull a Foxy? Oh, because there's 2x luck right now. Is that why? Because there's 2x luck? That has to be why. Pull a pull a mango, dude. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible to even do that quest. Dude, I actually don't even think it's possible then to do that quest. That's crazy, dude. That is insane. Well, that's a bummer. That is a big bummer. We're going to buy Foxies from the merchant or something, I'm pretty sure, actually. Dang. Oof. Okay, what? Okay, then what other quests are there to do, I guess? Fred Bear. Reach wave 100 on game 3 with hero equipped. Already done that. Already have that. Complete game 3 of normal. Purchase establishment packs 5. Establishment pack 1 5 times. Establishment pack cards 5 times. Boom. There we go. Spend time on one. Boom. Salvage 50 items. Can I even salvage 50 items? Okay, I'll open. No, we want to salvage 1 at a time. Because I realized if I do, like, for example, okay, I'll do this. If I do 5, click, I'll go down to, only go up to, wait. Oh, wait. What? 20? Okay, let's just salvage real quick. Salvage. Salvage 50 items? I'm trying. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay, all 13 of those. I'm so confused. How is this meant to be done? How is that meant to be done? Salvage 50 items. Do I have to get like actual tokens from it? Like one, okay, I'll sell these. Do I actually have to get 50 salvage tokens from doing this? Hold on. Salvage. I get one. So will I just get one? I get one. Oh my goodness, I have to get salvage tokens? Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to salvage some units then. Not cosmetics. Okay, wait, can I even... You can't salvage cosmetics. I can't even salvage any units. I'm gonna leave and rejoin. Okay, there we go. So I don't think we can sell secrets, right? Yep, we can't salvage any of those items. We can't salvage any of those items. We can't salvage any of those items. We literally can't salvage any units. We can't even salvage bites. Oh my goodness. So, okay, we're gonna have to get more. We're gonna have to wait. I guess this quest, this is not even doable, dude. What? Okay, we're gonna do all the quests that are doable. I should say that. We're gonna do all the quests that are doable. Let's see. Fun time. Purchase 50 items from the merchant. Okay, let's do that real quick. If we can, I don't even think we can. Okay, we did not purchase 50 items. Salvage 100 items? Dude, all these are salvage. Showtime. Okay, Showtime Freddy. Retrieve 100 in Game 6 endless with a rust unit and a hero equipped. Beat 6 normal. Beat Game 1 Night 6 on Nightmare. Okay, that's easy. Alright, so reach wave 100 in Game 6 endless with a rust unit and a hero. Okay, let's look at my team. We got a hero. Alright, and now let's go do endless and I'll meet you guys after endless. Okay. Alright. I think we're good now. Sorry guys, my volume was not picking up for some reason. That's gonna be really annoying. But yeah, so let's claim this. Boom, 35 souls. And let's see what else there is to do. Showtime Freddy. Beat Game 6 Night 6 on normal. Beat Game 1 Night 6 on Nightmare. So let's go do those real quick and I'll meet you guys when I unlock the hero. Let's go. Alright, so while I'm doing this, might as well ask you guys to make sure if you guys are still up to this point and you guys are liking the video so far, make sure to like and subscribe to the video. You know, that'll help out a lot. And join the Discord down in the link in the description. I'll be posting videos there. You guys will be the first one to see it. I'll be talking with you guys, the more people we have inside, and yeah, it's gonna be really fun overall. So I do suggest joining. It was gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah. Oh my goodness, we just pulled Rockstar Foxy. There is no absolute way we just did that. I cannot believe that. That's crazy. Sorry, I had to unpause the video for that. That's insane. What? That's a 0.05%er, dude. Holy W. Holy W. Let's see what this thing's Evo costs. Sorry, a little side quest. What's this thing Evo? 100 jar pickles, 20 of those easy, 20 of those. Okay, we have all those. That's a lot. That's a lot to Evo for. Also, let's Evo this. We can also not Evo this. Never mind. But I'm pretty sure also the new best starter, by the way, surprisingly, is actually this Hero Pals. So I'm gonna actually unequip Shiny Undead Chica, and I'm actually gonna equip Hero Pals. Where is he? Where is he? I know he's here somewhere. Where is he? Wait, what? Oh, let me just search him up. Hero. What is it? Where'd he go? What element is he? Is he, what's his element? Hold on, guys, give me a sec. There he is. Okay, equip. I'll get vengeance on this thing really quickly. Don't make it take long, please. Don't make it take long, please. Scooped? No. I don't want scooped. Oh my god, I got back-to-back scooped. Spring Lock? No. Range? Nope. This is... why is it taking longer than it should be? I'm wasting literally all my... Scooped again. Nope. Shadow. I don't want Shadow. I'm gonna have to... Vengeance? Spring Locked. Oh my goodness. I'm literally... Scooped again. Scooped again. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to reach Pity. Dang, that's sad. Anyways, there we go. Wow. Goodbye to all my souls there. Man, alright, let's go back to grinding. I just wanted to show that to you guys because that was insane. Let's beat all these real quick on normal mode. They're on normal mode, right? It's in normal mode? Let me check. Beat game 6 nightmare also normal. And also, real quick, one last thing. I need to show you guys the passive on this thing. So let's read this thing. Okay, thankfully it's not a whole novel. Once a region enemy enters within 60% of this unit's range, permanently reduces the region by 50%. That's not bad. That's not even bad. Let's actually read this one's too. On hit, applies 25% bleed for over 5 seconds. When another Paper Pals is in range, it buffs units damage by 25%. That is pretty good. That is pretty stinking good. Alright, but yeah, let's go grind, and I'll meet you guys whenever we're done. Also, I gotta show this thing off. So just look at the thing's range, by the way. This is insane. I bet can you only start the game. How much can you place? Wait a minute. What? Wait, 500. I only had 1,000. Did I only have 1,000? Dude, this thing's insane. This unit's actually insane. So if I just upgrade this thing all the way. So no, not this, but this. So now it's 25% because these Hero Pals are in its range. Dang, this is a good unit. 574, 300 DPS. This is not a bad unit at all, by the way. This is not a bad unit. Oh my goodness. And also, I did forget to actually show. Oh no. All right, here we go. I actually showcased Purifier last time. So this Purifier, every hit after the first attack, after the first binding time, every hit after the first on an enemy generates a stack. I don't know why that was such a tongue twister. At 10 stacks, applies 50% bleed for over 5 seconds to all enemies in range out. Performs a follow-up attack dealing 500% damage of this unit's damage, and that's crazy. Specialized ammo on attack applies 50% bleed for over 5 seconds. When bleeding enemy is in range is applied marked. Marked enemies take 10% more damage from rust element units. When enemies with mark are hit by this unit's follow-ups, reapply bleed for 20% of their original value. Bleeds applied this way cannot be reapplied again. That was such a tongue twister. Make it count. This unit has 6 bullets. When consuming the last bullet, it applies an additional 30% bleed over 5 seconds. When down to 10% ammo, fires a single target
follow-up that deals 50% damage on random enemies 5 times, prioritizing enemies with mark max 2 hits per target. Buff this unit's damage by 50% in 20 seconds. 20 seconds and reloads bullets. So that's the unit for you guys. Turn on auto upgrade, and we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. All right, guys, we finished all of game 6. There we go. Up to our time to lobby, and let's go ahead and try and unlock this unit. We're almost there now. We have to reach tier 25 though on the pass, so we still have to do that. That's still not that's same. That's different. So we go to special right here. We need to reach tier 25 on the pass. So let's go ahead. Claim what can claim up to 13. Oh my god, it takes some time. This will take some time for sure. Alright, I don't think I'll be able to do it this video, but I did unlock Sparky. But hopefully that this makes you guys satisfied enough. Let's go ahead and showcase the other ones though in Sandbox real quick. So let's go do this. Let's go tier 6, Sandbox, Endless Nightmare. Sure. Alright, go, let's do this. Alright, so let's equip the new units really quickly. What's new units that I have not seen? Lefty, boom. Let's actually place them down real quick. Let's place some. Oh, what endless is this? I don't like this endless. Alright, so we're actually gonna do this. And also, really quickly, just like place C down or something real quick so we don't like lose. Right there. And let's also put down like a Chronos Freddy or like an Astro like right here really quickly so we don't lose once again. There we go. Alright, so I'll supposed to give myself some money real quick. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so no. So we have Michael Afton, a new hero. Let's start this game. But let's go and read Lefty, so it does 2 damage. Interesting. Okay, let's just read his passive though. This will take some time. Left E. Stun enemies in range for 5 seconds, dealing 250% damage. Enemies with the stun lock out takes 500% more damage instead of take 500% instead. Change this unit's target to strongest and buff the unit's damage by 50% for 15 seconds. If the puppets on the team lower their damage by 25% and for 15 seconds, and the buff this unit damage by I have no idea what that is. Additional 50% for 15 seconds. Rare finds. Every wave, this unit upgrades cost reduced by 25%, resetting on upgrades. When cost reduction reaches 100%, automatically upgrade this unit. For every wave, oh yeah, I see that right here. For every wave, other Rockstar unit on the team, cost reduction increases by an initial 25%. Buff this unit's damage by 10%. Rockstar units in range gain 20% damage, upgrade cost reduced by 20%. Music box. When selecting this unit, lowers the unit's cooldown by 10% for 30 seconds. Puppet units on the team also receive this buff. This is gonna be insane for Puppet team. If this unit is not selected for 60 seconds, attack 200% damage and full AoE stun enemies for 200. That's crazy. Let's see the max stats. 11. This unit, what? That's insane. That's insane stats actually. What the heck? Max you guys out really quickly. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now Michael Aft. Let's see this guy. He's a hero, which is in the Rust hero, it looks like. Today's sponsorship, Michael throws out a TV onto the track in range, showing 1 out of 5 possible ads. A max of 3 TVs can be played at the same time. Fizz Time Pop Soda. What? Enemies move 10% faster, but take 15% more damage from Rust units. Marty Plungers. Enemies bleed for 15 of this unit's damage every second. Flo's Glossy Floss. This enemy and the next 4 closest enemies are stunned for 1.5 seconds. Wacky Wart Pace. What are these names? Reduce enemies regen by 25% until death. Lally's Lollies. Enemies are slowed by 20% for 15 seconds. Together again, when paired with Rust element units in range gain 30% damage, 24% range, and minus 10% cooldown. This unit receives these buffs and additionally, oh my goodness, play again. Hold on, sorry guys, what the heck? Give me a sec. All right, let's see this. Let's continue this reading this. Say that again. When paired with the Rust Element units in range gain 30% damage, 25% range, and 10% cooldown. This unit receives these buffs and additional 10% damage and range for each Rust animatronic on the team. Completing the salvage. When enemy is killed within Michael's range, add their parts to his pile to make traps. Every 10 seconds, create a trap at random place on the track. Traps do 70% more damage of Michael's current damage. 10% traps on the field per placement. And the stats, max out stats, go to 4,000. It has a cool ability. This unit's not bad. I like this unit. What else is new? What else? We already saw Spark. This guy. Place you down. Still place you right here. Let's also max out you. Might as well. Alright. This unit right here. Oh, this is really cool, by the way. Are we losing? We are losing. What are we losing from? Where's... Oh, there's the little place that we lose to. Put those there so we don't lose. Alright, let's read. Shade's presence. For every second an enemy is in this unit's range, they gain 1 stack. For every stack on the enemy, reduces enemies' reach by 2%. Enemies take 2% more damage from this unit. That's not bad. Maxed out damage go. That's not a bad unit. Honestly, that's not a bad unit at all. What else is there? What else? Molten Freddy. One of my personal favorites. Maxed out stats go to... Oh, not bad. Not a bad unit, honestly. Are we losing? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, no. Here we go. Heated Endoskeleton. On attack, applies 20% burn for over 5 seconds. If an enemy is already burning, applies 30% burn for over 5 seconds instead. Burning enemies in range slowed by 15%. Heat-seeking tendrils. When a burning enemy tries to leave this unit's range, deals 50% of this unit's damage. Applies 50% burn over 5 seconds, stunned for 2 seconds. Slowed by 20% for 10 seconds. All has 1. For each rust or fire element unit on the team, buff this unit's damage by 10%. For each Molten Freddy is in range, buff this unit more by 25%. That's not bad at all. What else? Also, I saw another one next to Molten Freddy. Boom, right here. Put him down. Stats. Whoa, that's a big AoE. Alright. Let's see. Withering Away. Enemies in range receive 5% wither if burning receives 10% wither instead. Engulfing Flames. Attacks apply 10% burn over 5 seconds. Subsequent applies increase this burn by 5%, max 50%. For each burning enemy in range, gain 5% plus damage, max 50%. Opportune Strike. 25% crit rate and 100% crit damage. Every 5 attacks follows up for 100% damage. This attack is guaranteed to crit. When an enemy is stunned in range, follow up for 150% damage. This attack is guaranteed to crit. Not bad. Oh, Helpy. Oh, it's so cute. Helpy's so cute. Not bad. What the heck? Is not even that a bad unit. What's this? Oh, I can interesting. Okay, it's not bad. I don't know what that is, but we're gonna see here. Playtime. Spend cash to unlock select a minigame. Ball pit. Circle 150% damage and leaves balls on the track nearby that do damage. Riding rockets. Lines 120% damage and secondary single target pizza attack on the weakest enemy. Gravity vortex. Full AoE 80% damage and minus 3% cooldown for each assessed lawsuit avoided until lawsuit 1 reset. Local cooldown is 0. Lawsuit. On placement, this unit receives 30% damage every 5 seconds. Roll a chance for a lawsuit starting at 10% and increasing 5% per failed attempt. When sued, on lawsuit, disable this unit's passive damage buff for 15 seconds. Little Helper. Units in range gain 5% damage and 5% range. When a unit in range attacks, follows up for 1% of this unit's damage. Not bad. And I'm pretty sure there's also one more, right? There's one more, right? Yeah, Candy Cadet place. Alright, oh, you're buff. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's put you over here. Place you over here by this guy. And we're gonna do red. Sure. Alright, let's read. Story time. Choose a story. Only one Only one story buff can be active at a time, and each lasts 30 seconds. Orphans spend 1 to 5k cash for 20% to candy values. For every 1k spent, keys chose 1 to 5 keys for 30% to candy value per 190, 75, 60, 40 success rate, depending on amount of keys chosen. Kittens chose 1 to 5 kittens for 10% damage per kitten to units in range for 30 seconds. Then disable candy buffs for 3 seconds per kitten. Interesting. Local cooldown, 1 minute. Candy. On placement, select which type of candy to give to these units. Red candy, 30% damage, 10% range. Yellow candy, 30% range, 10% damage. We picked red, so we got the 30% damage. But probably the better option, not gonna lie. And I think that's actually all of them. I do think that's about all of them. Yeah, I think that's all of them. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.